Hey everyone, Chris here again from UpmostGames. Welcome back to a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you remember last time we went through Mr. DK and Mr. Mario, as I get them both backwards, and we're going to keep going on with the classic mode characters with Link and Samus this time. So, bump it up to, I'm feeling good with Link. Let's do 4. I'm keeping it low at 3.5, that way I don't have too many oops I died. But so it's, still challenging enough for me that I don't lose my interest. Yeah, so I've been playing specifically Smash Brothers since, what's it called? Since Smash 64, because that was always a good time. Like, I go over to my cousin's house when I was, like, a youngin', because I think they got it immediately. And we just play, like, all nights, the hours. I think those were the first, like, beginnings of, like, late night, just, like, gaming sessions. It was kind of that moment when I was, like, kind of the tween kind of moments when I was just, like, kind of responsible for myself a bit, but still my parents had, like, this looming, like, what are you doing? With everything I did, sort of thing. So it was kind of the first nice bit of freedom I had to be like, oh my god, I get to decide when I go to bed, and it's not time for me to go to bed, it's time for me to play more video games. Yeah, is it cool? So I have a lot of nostalgia for Smash. So like Smash is an insta buy for me. Like, it's one of those things that's like, it's coming out and it's complete garbage, and I'm like, I'm buying it, just like all the other Sonic games too. I'm kidding. I like Sonic games in like a weird, not ironic way. And I feel weird for saying that, because like I've had some really weird interactions with people that have been like, I don't know, like especially with Sonic, like if someone sees me like wearing a Sonic shirt, they're like, hey, like we're part of like this weird exclusive club that's like representing that we enjoy Sonic, and I'm like, well, kinda, I guess, but I don't think it's anything special. It's just something I like to wear. I don't know, like, this game I will always buy a copy of this, like, no matter what it is. I even went out of my way to buy it for, like, my girlfriend and stuff like that, because I was like, you know what, if you have a Switch, you're at least getting something that I want you to have. She doesn't play at all, she hasn't really done anything big with it or anything like that. She's gone through a little bit of the World of Light, and she's been like, this game's hard, and I'm like, yeah, I know, it's okay, you'll get good at it, maybe. I mean, I'm gonna keep pressing you at it. I got plenty of time for you to get better, so it's entertaining. I absolutely love this game. Anytime there's actually a game that I really enjoy, I will do my absolute best to support it. Like, in all facets of the way. Like, if it means buying a I guess I don't want to say like always buying a collector's edition, because I don't always do that, but specifically for those ones, it was, what is it? It's Undertale for Switch and Disgaea 1 for Switch. I bought their little expensive packs for, which cost, but just in general, it was what's the word I'm looking for? It's gone. It's completely gone. It's gone like my patience for this son of a bitch Ganon always coming back. Mr. Dwarf. Dwarf, not Dwarf. Although I always thought that as a kid. I always thought his name was Ganon Dwarf. But it's whatever. I liked buying that especially for like Undertale, who's like, I know they aren't exactly an indie company, but they're fairly like an indie company to a certain extent, and I just wanted to support them. I was like, you know what, Toby Fox, I enjoy your game. I like what you're doing, especially after playing Undertale the first time on PC. I will get it for Switch, because that was a gift from one of my friends that got it for me on Steam, and I was like, well, I haven't technically paid for it yet, and it comes with all these sweet things. So I bought it on Switch with the collector's edition. It's got all those really cool little knickknacks and like the soundtrack, and it's really cool because it's got like the sheet music to a lot of the songs, so I can play it on piano if I ever get better at reading sheet music and stuff like that. Um, but there's that. The Disgaea one was really, it was a half and half between me and Zane, because we were both really big Disgaea guys, and we both looked at that pack and went, man, there's half of the shit I want in there, and he's like, yeah, I want the other half. I'm like, guess we're going halvesies on this one. And then we just, like, as soon as the box got here, we like came over to my couch and we're like, and we divvied it all up, and I like sent him home with a bunch of stuff, and I put a bunch of stuff in a box and walked away, like we were doing like some shady little drug deal. It was pretty entertaining. But it's anything like that. I like to support creators as best I can. In all facets of like creation, media, I guess, in that sense. Like I support games obviously by buying them. I support games I don't like by not buying them. Like Battlefront 2, I have not bought. Like not the old one, the decent one. By decent I mean the one that I really enjoyed. But like the EA one, because just all the microtransactions and shenanigans was just a no. It was like a no sale for me. I refuse. Oh, okay, well I'm not gonna go for that because I'm just gonna get killed trying to get it. So I stuck to my principles. I haven't bought it yet. I still haven't bought it, even though there's been like a sale on like. You stop saying like. There's been sales on Xbox where it's gone down to $4, and I'm like, nope, out of principle, I refuse. It's the same reason why I didn't get Shadow of War, which is very upsetting because those look like pretty good games, and they were really nice looking, but I couldn't do it. I do not like that practice. I think it is bullshit, and I believe that it should be cast out of the gaming society, because I think there are better practices. I love Nintendo's way of handling all of this so far. Fighter Pack, I understand. Takes time, gotta balance them. Want it to be done right. There's artists that need to get paid, there's musicians that need to get paid for their music, there are, programmers that need to come in and handle all the hitbox stuff and all the other fun stuff. Typically, hiccups. Typically, there is, there's tool sets that get made, but I mean, there's still developers that make that tool set. So it is what it is. Ah, you dick. Come on. Stop it. Stop running. So I get that, but I think the other games that they've done, like Mario Tennis Aces, hopefully sooner than later, Mario Party, they've done free DLC. Like Mario Tennis Aces was like, here's like 10 free characters for no reason. It wasn't that many. It was like 5, I think, altogether. But then like a bunch of them were like weird, like Mario enemies or what have you. But still, I mean, that's still really cool that they were like, that they were willing to put in a bunch of, they were willing to put in, a bunch of free content that you didn't have to pay for. And they even had like, little events where you could earn different costumes for people and stuff. Those were good ways to handle it. I'm trying to think of the other game that did that. That was really cool. I know Zelda that had paid DLC, but I think that was just because it was one of the more flagship things. But I'm hoping, I really want Mario Party to get more DLC. I don't know. There is a lot of potential there. And I think 4 maps is not enough to Mario Party appropriately. Nope, not today, bitch. Got your tail. Got your glowing tail. Plus, I like this. This is so awesome. Like, this boss specifically has a weak point that you have to aim for and knock the crap out of. I think that's so cool that they made a nice array of bosses. I really hope, especially with the coming of Piranha Plant, that they have, I hope the Fighter Pass is all third-party characters. All characters that are like, these are new guys, we're bringing them on. Let's just make it so that we can evenly split this 50-50 with the third-party developers that we get. And you know what else? We're going to keep adding new content as it comes for free. Like Spirits, which I know they kind of did with Let's Go Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu. I'm hoping they keep adding more Spirits because I don't think it takes that much effort to add a Spirit. Maybe I'm the crazy one. But as a developer, I can't see that taking very long to make. I mean, if you're if you're, I'm not game developer, by the way. I do that kind of in my side bits, but I haven't done anything like grandiose on my own. But it's, as a normal developer, software developer, it's, you know, it doesn't seem that hard. If you know anything about class inheritance, it makes things super easy like that. Okay, sorry about that. Jumped ahead a little bit. Didn't want to sit through the whole shooting bit while I was going through and discussing things. But to go back to my point, I don't think it's very hard to make spirits, because if you understand a little bit about development, it's not a terribly hard thing to make, especially because they've clearly made some form of system and or model to create them. Like I was talking about earlier, usually you have like dev kits and stuff like that. Like someone makes dev tools that make stuff like level creation, or even just tasks like making spirits super easy to do for other people, like designers or for artists or something like that. Just to make things a lot more efficient, cleaner. Developers don't have to spend all their time coding in every single little facet of it. So I think it would be nice if they continued support. If they continued support through that, I think that'd be great. But we'd have to see. I'm curious to see if they will do, you know, the paid Fighter Pass DLC on top of some free DLC. I think the idea of Mr. Piranha Plant raises some interesting questions, because I don't feel, hey, you little lizard bastard, I don't feel like I feel like the only reason that the only reason, I'm losing my words here, I'm losing my mind. I feel like the only reason, how am I trying to say this? What is this? What are you trying to say, Chris? Use your words. Speak, boy. I don't think the only reason Piranha Plant exists was just for DLC. I think it was one of those characters that Sakurai wanted to make. And I can't say that I know exactly what he says or thinks or does, but I feel like there might be more to it, that there is a chance that it is just part of a structure of potential free DLC, either echoes or maybe it'll be exclusively spirits from here on out, and no fighters. But I feel like there's got to be more free kind of DLC support. Only because the way that other Nintendo games, like Nintendo specifically made games, have been doing kind of the free DLC model. I understand, again, if the Fighters Pack is meant to be all third parties, that would make sense why you had to pay for it, and why you're not getting free DLC like you would with other Nintendo things. You know, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. It would be nice. I'm not saying it has to be done like that. I'm not trying to say if they don't do it, I'll fucking smash my Switch. I'm saying, based on the patterns of the other Nintendo games, it seems like that may be a pattern that repeats itself in the form of something else, be it extra spirits to promote other games, or for future DLC characters to come in that are either echoes or really weird Nintendo characters that they're like, we got bored, we made this one. Have fun with Toad. Look at that. Now you got Toad, which have I seen a Toad spirit? That would be so funny. I would laugh so hard if Toad was a free DLC character. Because when Piranha Plant came out, they didn't say anything about whether or not he's part of the season pass. And then when Joker came out, they exclusively said, Fighter Pack 1, it's going to be Joker. And you're like, okay, that makes sense. Haven't I already fought you? Oh no, I fought you as Link! Which, for some odd reason, was easier. Maybe it's because you were a lower difficulty, technically. So yeah, I think that'll be kind of cool. We'll have to see. There's a lot of this development cycle that, even though the game is out, I'm still really interested to know, like, leaks or, what's the word I'm looking for? leaks or some form of just cool information as development and how it's gonna go. I think that'll be really neat. Hey, do me a favor. Freeze yourself. I was trying to go for a cool 80s guy line. Oh no. Oh no, it's hot. Hold on. I gotta charge my laser. Yeah. Oh. Out of here. They probably should adjust that. So that if you hit him when he's at like an obscene amount of health, he still takes knockback damage instead of his mouth just popping like a weirdo. I can tell that's gonna be some high tournament sort of thing where they're like, well, I'm almost dead, just keep using fire so they'll only hit me in the mouth so I won't go flying. And then counter after that. Oh, hi guys. It's good to see you. Why are there so many of you? Oh god, not the ankles, god. Please. Nope. That's also one thing. There's been such subtle changes to all the characters, and I've been playing like the Wii U and the GameCube Melee one a bit the last few months in preparation for this one, because it seemed like this one's kind of a combination of those two. And oh, come on, just die, Charizard, just die. And so I'm used to like everything from the Wii U one, and it looks fairly similar to the Wii U one. I know there's a lot of graphical upgrades, and clearly there's a lot of moveset changes, but just in general, there's things that I have muscle memory for that are different, that I'm like Mewtwo's up in A. I'm used to that sucking people in, and now it's like slightly like lower than his other thing is, or the platforms have been raised slightly. I'm not sure what it is. And I miss people now, and I go to do my up and A at somebody, and it's like, what are you doing, man? You're just standing at me holding your hands up. I'm like, oh, jeez, come on. Oh, jeez, I just want to kill you with my laser brain. Some would call that telekinesis, but I can't think correctly because I'm playing games. And apparently I'm still not good at this whole talking and playing thing, even though it's been like a year again. It's fine, it's whatever. Oh, mistakes were made, and thank God you died first. Woo, that was a close one. Wouldn't have wanted to have to do that again. Would have felt such shame. Would have brought dishonor to my family. Okay, so all in all, Smash Brothers, pretty great game. Like, pretty smart game. Pretty great. Can't disagree. There are some things, though, that I do have complaints about. But I'll save it for the next episode, just to keep you enticed. But now I don't have a topic to keep talking about. Oh, jeez. Now I screwed myself. No. There's subtle differences between this and the Wii U one. Mewtwo's attacks aren't the only thing. Oh god, no, it's coming. Oh god, not the darkness. Please, sir, please, I don't have anything. Please, you played me again. So, yeah, no, I like how there are a decent amount of differences between this and the Wii U one. I like how when this first came out, everyone's like, it's a port, and I'm like, you're dumb. Even if it is a port, why do you care? I still play the crap out of Mario Kart 8, even though it's a port, and I did own it for the Wii U, as well as now the Switch. But they also... Here's the thing with the ports that they've done, is they've always added more. So I have no real complaint. How? Why is your poke made of ice? So I've never really had any... I never had any real complaint with it, because I expected it, even if it was a port, to be like just a good port, you know? Like with extra crap that I didn't have before. Like maybe new levels, and then they're like, oh, no, sweetie, you didn't hear us. We're bringing back all of the levels for the most part, except for like 5, and adding like 4 new ones. And I was like, oh, are you? And they're like, yeah, and we're bringing back all the characters. And I was like, oh, are you? Crazy Hand, you're in a bad spot. I can't get back on the platform. You're a dick. God, I'm just getting wrecked. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. I just want to kill things. Oh, the other piece is that it's funny that they've changed up these guys' moves but kept them so much the same that I can dodge certain ones and still screw up other ones. Yeah. Don't do it. Oh, no, don't die. This one! Ah, that one I always mess up the timing for. I can't remember how to do that one right. I have plenty of tickets. I don't care. Give me that ticket. Daddy's coming back. Coming back with a vengeance. Yeah, come here. Yeah. Although I guess it's mommy because I'm Samus. I'm the girl. That's fine. Mommy's killing crazy hands. No! Not my beautiful suit, please! It's designer. Made from the finest, is that the Chozo? I don't think it's the Chozo. Is it the Chozo? I can't remember. I can't remember. Ooh, it's the race of bird people that trained me. I assume it's one of them because the armor's meant to be form-fitting and make me into a tiny ball. Because I am so goddamn flexible that I can fit into a tiny ball. I could get put into a suitcase and that would be one less airplane ticket you'd have to pay for. Because let's face it, I'm compact as well as considerate of your monetary options and or lack thereof. Because I'm Samus, and I'm a good person. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What were we all talking about before all this happened? Either way, I thought it was funny people thought this one was a port. There's just a lot of things that were clearly, like, there was just clear graphical beef-ups that were apparent to me even from the beginning. Like, screenshots that they had, like, from E3. I think it was silly for people to think that this is a, that it was a port in the first place, because I don't know why. Like, there's like this clan of people, I swear to God. And they're not all related, and they're all not all connected. It's just like this weird type of person that constantly thinks about they can't find goodness in certain companies. Like, you know, it's like when you're a Xbox fanboy kind of thing, and you just never see any of the good in PlayStation or whatever, and vice versa. I think that's there's just a person out there who's like into this very like Bloods versus Crips sort of mentality when it comes to games. So it's like, you know, you see Nintendo's doing well, but you're a big PC or PlayStation or Xbox person. You're just like, you know what? This game's garbage. And I'm going to spread it across the internet that this game's garbage and that it looks like crap and that it's just awful and I don't see why anyone would play this. Or in some cases, like you're a big fighting game guy, you're really into like Injustice and Dragon Ball Fighters and stuff like that. You're like, man, the accessibility of this game, man, this game's for babies. And you're like, bitch, what did you just say? Are you kidding me right now? Smash isn't for babies. Smash is for everyone. That's the difference. Like, it's not a really hardcore. Okay, let me phrase that. Its target audience isn't a hardcore audience. However, it does also cater to the hardcore if they so choose to learn how to do it. It is the old proverb of, what is it? Easy to pick up, but hard to master. And I think that if you make a game as quality as Senor Sakurai has done many a times, that is a fantastic philosophy to have, and that is a good way to handle your outlook, because A, it adds more accessibility to the game. I hate when... Well, and I've even been like a culprit of this situation. I hate when people sit there and try and be exclusive with the thing that they like, when they get all hipster about it, and they're like, oh man, why do so many people like this? Going back to that Sonic situation, I don't think that Sonic is my own exclusive little thing that I'm keeping to myself and that everyone else has to just kind of F off and let me enjoy. Because at the same time, if people didn't enjoy Sonic as much as I did, there would be no Sonic, because it would never get made because there's no demand for it. So the point I'm trying to make is accessibility is good for games, even the hardcore ones like Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Fighters, etc. Because when it comes down to it, you need other people pushing it up so that it'll stay around. It's like the the fighters conversation we had earlier. But we'll pick back up on this in the next episode. Thanks for watching.